Alright, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, KSO here, back at it yet again with another Final Fantasy video for you guys today. There's just not anything going on with Kingdom Hearts right now. I got nothing to do with that. So, Final Fantasy's got to do for right now. If you haven't seen the video that I posted last night about Final Fantasy, go check that out. But we got some very interesting Final Fantasy news right here. Something that I didn't expect to happen. I don't think anyone did, but I guess here we are. And I'm very curious about where this thing's gonna go. I'm not too excited, not too hyped, not too worried. Just very curious about where this thing's gonna go. I'm gonna get more on that in a little bit. Let's just get into this little bit of news right here. So it has officially been announced today that production studio Hivemind, which are behind The Expanse for Amazon and are currently working on the Witcher series that's going to be premiering on Netflix later this year, are now working on a Final Fantasy TV show. They don't reveal too many details in this little thing right here. This is still pretty early, I guess. Here's some of the things that we do know right now. So one, this is going to be an original story that's going to be taking place in the world of Eorzea. I've never learned how to pronounce that thing. I'm sorry, I don't play Final Fantasy 14. But it's going to be taking place in the world of that game. Ben Lusting and Jake Thornton will write for the series and also serve as executive producers. The only thing I can find credits for them on their IMDb pages is like 2 short films, so I don't know about that. And also the producers of the show, I'm not too familiar with either, but they're also producing the Witcher show as well. The same people behind the Witcher show are making this. It's essentially what it is. The plot is being described as the struggle between magic and technology in a quest to bring peace to a land in conflict. Sounds like pretty much all the other Final Fantasy games up to this point. So it really could be any generic Final Fantasy plot. They also say there's going to be a bunch of different things, like they're going to put Cid in there, magic, chocobos, all those standard stuff is going to be in the show as well. It's being distributed by Sony Pictures, which that's the name of the corporation right there. And also, we don't know what streaming platform or TV channel is going to be put on yet. Apparently, Hivemind has a first look deal with Amazon, which I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I'm guessing that means is that they get to see their future projects that they're working on before any other streaming service or company does, or they get first priority over everyone when it comes to what platform they're going to be put on. So it could be likely that this thing's going to be put on Amazon Prime Video, but it could also be put on Netflix. They put stuff on both, so it could be really anything at this point. Also, no release date announced yet, but that's kind of standard with this kind of stuff. It seems like they're pretty early in development still. It's probably going to be a while before we see anything like this, like probably a couple years. There you go. We're going to be getting a new Final Fantasy TV show sometime in the next coming years. This thing actually does go through and does get canceled in between them, which it easily could. Again, like I mentioned in the beginning, I'm curious about this right here. I'm not too excited and I'm not too worried about it either because I don't know how this thing's gonna go. I really don't have any other reference point to see how this thing's gonna go. I've not seen The Expanse on Amazon, and we're still a little bit away before the Netflix Witcher series comes out, and I think we'll really get to see what they're capable of with that show. If that show turns out to be good, then I could get really excited about this, but if it turns out to be bad, then I'll start to get worried about it. It's all depending on what kind of quality these people turn out. I'm not aware of the writers, I'm not aware of the producers either. These are the first time I'm hearing about all these people, so I don't have experience with them either. I looked up some kind of reviews and general reception on The Expanse that's on Amazon, and people seem to like it on there. It's getting some pretty good ratings when it transitioned over to Amazon Prime Video, so I think they could be doing something good with this. Final Fantasy is a combination of sci-fi and fantasy elements, so if that Expanse show does good and the Witcher show does good, then I think that could be spelling well things for this Final Fantasy show. We don't know too many details about the plot right now. They just said it's a struggle between magic and technology, and pretty much the same plot of every Final Fantasy game over the past 20 years. I don't play Final Fantasy 14 either, not familiar with that world and stuff like that, so I'm not going to really try to speculate what this thing could be about. But you know, Final Fantasy 14 is actually getting a lot of love recently. I've been noticing it's been popular for years, but I've seen a lot more people talk about it and a lot more things being done with it recently. They had recently a ad with Tom Holland, the new Spider-Man in the Marvel movies, and Hannibal Buress, so that kind of shows you the kind of reach this game has at this point.
Hey Tom, we playing Final Fantasy 14?
No! There's some other Final Fantasy worlds that I think that'd be interesting to explore if they did something like this with it. Like Final Fantasy 13 comes to mind, which yes, I know how those games turned out and they pretty much moved on from it now, but I think the world and the lore that they built for Cocoon and the Lassie and all that stuff was actually a pretty interesting thing. They just executed it really, really badly.
The game's playing itself, John. The game's playing itself, John. The game's just playing itself, John.
So So I think if they got the right people on it and executed it right, I think it'd be a really awesome thing. They had a really cool world back there, but they just didn't use it right. Ivalice, the one that's in 12 Tactics and Vagrant Story, that would be a very interesting thing to explore, and the TV show in that world would be freaking amazing. I would love to have that in there. Yo, dude, Final Fantasy VI as a TV show, bruh, that would be literally the tits right there. I mean, that story is so amazing. That world is so amazing. If they made a TV show out of that, I would literally die. But that's just kind of me rambling on what I would like to see in a Final Fantasy TV show. Final Fantasy XIV, though, still an interesting universe, so who knows where they'll be going with that. It just seems really weird to me. Personally, it could be just me, that Square Enix is going to be doing something like this. They've been expanding Final Fantasy into some other media for the past couple of years now to varying degrees of success. But it just seems like based on their press experience, it wouldn't be the best idea to do. Like if you remember back in 2001, almost 20 years ago at this point, they released Final Fantasy The Spirits Within, where that was this humongous CGI animated movie, which had nothing to do with other Final Fantasy media, it just had the name on it pretty much. But it was this huge thing that had like $150 million budget, best looking movie made at the time, all this marketing and hype put behind it. People saw it. They didn't like it. Don't watch it yourself. It's really bad. And no one else saw it afterwards. And it lost like $150 million or something like that at the box office. It was bad. Also, that Final Fantasy 15 movie. God, I hated that thing. I think a lot of other people hated that too. I don't know how Square Enix feels about it though, but they're doing it. They're going in on it, I guess. This is just recently announced, so could be canceled in between then. It happens all the time with these kind of shows. We'll just have to keep up with it and see how it goes. If I had to speculate when this thing will be released, probably going to be around like 2021, somewhere around then. It usually takes about 2 years to get these shows out the door. Something like in 2021, 22, we'll see something like this. That's pretty much all we know right now. I don't have much to go off of. I just want to make a video kind of talking about it because it's curious. It's a very curious kind of thing. We'll have to wait till The Witcher comes out later on this year to really make an assessment of how this Final Fantasy show will go. But I'm optimistic. I'm always optimistic about these things. I hope it's not bad. I would not wish anything like this would be bad. That's all I have for this video, though. I just wanted to make this a little quick video, kind of telling you guys what's going on with it, letting you guys know about this news, and kind of give my 2 cents on it, and see what you guys think about it, too. Tell me down in the comments below what you think about this news. What do you think about a Final Fantasy TV show? Are you excited? Are you scared? Are you worried? What do you think this thing's going to ultimately turn out being? Tell me down in the comments below your theories and kind of speculation and opinions. Also, make sure to subscribe and like this video, and follow me on Twitter as well, because that'd be really awesome if you did. I'm XIV, and I will see you guys later. Bye!